alerts to their nationals in Jamaica. In a release this afternoon, the U.S. Embassy advised its citizens of escalating violence, shootings and unrest in several neighborhoods in Kingston and Spanish Town. In an email sent to its citizens here, the embassy warned Americans in Kingston and Spanish Town to stay at home until an all-clear has been announced in the local media. It said that because of the instability of the situation, U.S. citizens are advised against non-essential travel to the greater Kingston area. The email also advised that access to the Norman Manley International Airport is being blocked on an intermittent basis because of gun battles between criminal elements and police. The advisory also said Americans are being urged to avoid Mountain View, Grand Spen, Red Hills and areas of unrest in Spanish Town. The embassy also warned of the possibility that unrest could spread beyond the general Kingston area. Canada is also advising its citizens in Jamaica against non-essential travel to downtown areas of Kingston due to civil unrest. The advisory also says Canadians currently in Kingston should avoid traveling to affected inner city areas, exercise extreme caution, follow the advice of local authorities, and closely monitor local news reports. In the meantime, the National Blood Transfusion Service is appealing to members of the public to donate blood. Individuals can visit other blood collection centers across the island, including the University Hospital of the West Indies, National Chest, Maypen, Mandeville, Cornwall Regional, Savlamar, Falmouth, St. Anne's Bay and Port Antonio hospitals. Persons are, however, advised to avoid the Central Blood Bank on Slipen Road, as no collection of blood will be done at that facility due to the current unrest in the area. And the Ministry of Education is advising parents and students that due to the current situation in West Kingston, the following schools will be closed tomorrow: Vauxhall High, Trenchtown High, Charlie Smith High, St. Andrew Technical High, Excelsior High, Excelsior Community College, Kingston College, St. George's College, Tivoli Gardens High, Denhamtown High, and Kingston High. Students from those schools who have exams should head to these schools: Wolmer's Boys, Wolmer's Girls, Holy Childhood High, St. Hugh's High, and Ardennes High. These schools will only be open to accommodate students that will sit exams. Vaz Prep will also be closed tomorrow. The school says it's monitoring the situation and will advise when classes will resume. Michael University on Morosco Road will also suspend classes tomorrow. In a release this afternoon, the administrators at the school said the closure is in light of the civil unrest in the corporate area at this time. Other schools will reopen for normal operations. And the world has been keeping a keen eye on the flare-up of violence that started yesterday in sections of West Kingston and led the government to decree a temporary state of emergency for the corporate area. Several reports carried in the international media have painted the situation as a war between the state and criminals over a reputed drug lord. Latoya Spence reports.
Word got out that a temporary state of emergency was declared by the government sometime after 3 yesterday afternoon. And by 6 o'clock local time, several international news centers had the news of what was happening splattered all over their web pages. The American-based MSNBC's website said Jamaicans were battling over an alleged drug lord and that the country had called a state of emergency after his supporters launched a wide-scale attack on the Jamaican security forces. In Britain, the BBC's website showed pictures of the Hannatown police station on the fire and a picture of Christopher Coke. The headlines spoke of the Jamaican police declaring a state of emergency after coming under attacks from several criminal elements. Meanwhile, the US-based Channel 4 news website carried the headline, "Gun Battles as Jamaica Unrest Grows." The underlying article spoke of masked men attacking a police station and sporadic gunshots ringing out in Kingston after supporters of a Jamaican Don, Christopher Doddos Coke, launched attacks on the police. And the reports continued into this morning with one American cable news station, Fox, declaring that the Jamaican authorities and the criminals were battling for the control of Kingston. Latoya Spence, TVJ News.
Meanwhile, the Hoteliers Association is already reporting fallout from the bad press caused by the state of emergency. The Jamaica Hotel and Tourist Association President Wayne Cummings says several persons who were scheduled to arrive in the island have not turned up, while others have begun cancelling their trips. Latoya Johnson reports.
JHTA President Wayne Cummings says the state of emergency instituted in Jamaica is a topical issue in the international travel industry. He says that some hotels are reporting a high level of occupancy while others are doing relatively well. But
that having been said, we do really have an issue with regards to the amount of PR that this has resulted in the marketplace. The facts are that we have begun to receive cancellations, persons who may be unsure that Jamaica is currently ready to receive additional visitors. In addition to that, there are a number of hotels, particularly those that have a chain, who have been calling and saying, can they move to other islands? And in some instances, that is being facilitated.
Mr. Cummings is unable to say exactly how many cancellations there have been so far.
We can't put a quantity on it yet, nor a dollar value. I think the more information that comes to light in the international media, and there has been significant amount of it out there. The main newspapers in the various cities and towns are paying attention to Jamaica right now, out of concern for the country as well as that of its citizens. So we're not quite sure how it is going to pan out.
Mr. Cummings added that the JHTA and the Jamaica Tourist Board have been liaising with the travel industry to keep them abreast of what's happening in Jamaica. And despite the spate of violence, he's also seeking to assure the international travel industry that Jamaica remains open for business and that there is no immediate threat to visitors.
What we now have to do from the tourism sector is make sure that the visitors who we have with us continue to feel safe, because there is no imminent threat. There is no imminent threat to them, and to ensure that those who still choose to come to Jamaica, that we show them the very best sense of hospitality.
Latoya Johnson, TVJ News.
The head of the private sector organization of Jamaica says while the police operation is disrupting business in downtown Kingston, it's something that has to be done to create a better Jamaica.
That disruption is a small price to pay. If in fact, this day represents the first step in a journey that is going to rid our communities and our politics.
I think we're all on the same wavelength with you on that.
Yeah. So, everybody, has to be concerned, obviously, about the possibility of loss of life, the disruption of, normal daily activities. But I think we have to recognize that, this is unlike anything that we have seen before. This is a threat to the authority of the state and our very democracy. And it is a threat that has to be faced head on and with utmost resolve.
Sometimes them go like say them not no education, but with intelligence and the interrogation. That's why me no listen to them and them bagganize, because them only a play fool cricket. Them say the crime rate ain't too much, gunshot a burst, but who no same one I put all them bodies in a hearse, because you contribute to every shot we fire. Tell me why you send your son gonna be a criminal liar.
Just go and hang on to your dreams.